Hello everyone, this is Brent Spivey, the creator of Technobowl, introducing to you my new sports entertainment tabletop game, World of Wrestling. I'm here with Eric Sack, and we're gonna run a little wrestling match for you today. We're gonna use a couple of wrestlers that are pretty straightforward, Harold Bron Knickerbocker and Togarashi. No submissions with these guys or anything else. We're just gonna play it like we always play, and I'm gonna kind of talk through it. So it won't be a purely instructional game, but if you want to learn how to play, this is the most organic way to learn. So to start with, we have to figure out who has momentum, and to do that, I've got a crowd meter token of each color here. I'm going to mix them up. My opponent's going to choose a hand, and then we're going to figure out blue. All right, so I think even without seeing my cards, I'm going to choose to go first. We're both going to deal ourselves 7 cards. All right, so I have momentum. The player with momentum can always do 3 things. One thing that they can do is they can discard a card to move a single space. So I could discard a card to my discard pile to move a single space. I could also discard a card to excite the crowd. To do that, I would discard a card. I take one of my crowd meter tokens and put it on the first available space that's on the crowd meter on any of the 4 sides. These go 1 to 8 here in the blue corner, 1 to 8 from the red. I could put them anywhere I wanted, or take an existing one and move it 1 up. And I can also, anytime I have momentum, discard to stand up, or discard to stand up opponent who's adjacent to me. Oh, and if I have momentum, I can also lead at any given time during my turn. In this case, I'm going to actually begin by discarding to move. I'm going to climb the turnbuckle. I'm going to take this WOW token. What a WOW token allows you to do is taunt the crowd. Now, normally if I'm taunting the crowd here, I would be able to excite the 4 spaces that line up perpendicular. But if you're on top of the ring ropes, on top of the turnbuckle, I can do any 4 on the game mat I want. And in this case, I'm going to do these that are over here, these crowd sections that are perpendicular to where my opponent is standing. I am then going to pick 2 that are perpendicular to him, expend them to taunt him. I'm coming for you, pal, I'm coming for you, so that I can stow a card over here in my reserve. You can have up to 4 cards stowed in reserve, and I'm going to taunt him again to stow another. Now that I've done that, I'm actually going to discard to excite the crowd, so I move 1 space. Can put an excite out here on a token. Now, anytime I excite the crowd, he gets to do the same for free. So he can move a single space and put a crowd meter on the next open space on any of the 4 crowd meters there. So he does the same. I'm going to discard to excite the crowd again. I'm going to keep working on that same side that he's on over there. He gets his free follow. I'm going to discard to excite the crowd, keep it moving. He does the same. Now, I only have 1 card left in my hand. At this point, if the last card to leave your hand isn't played as a lead or played into a combo, we'll talk about what that means later. But if you don't do that, you immediately lose momentum. So in this case, I'm going to lead. And when you lead, you put your card face down, and your opponent is going to do the same. Now, in a moment, we're going to reveal and compare those, but let's talk about the run, punch, slam, or rock, paper, scissors system that we have here. So when you look at here on the controller, black and blue are your R buttons or your run buttons. Those are your move cards. Black and blue beat red. Red are your punches or your strike cards. Punches beat strikes. Red beats yellow. Yellow beats black and blue. So we do a little rock, paper, scissors here to determine who actually is going to have momentum, and then they can start a combo. Now, I also just played my last card down. Once we compare and resolve this card, we will both draw up the 7 cards. That's what kind of tells you you're going to draw up, is when one person uses the last card out of their hand. So in this case, we reveal. And normally, you would have one person win, the other person puts their other card away. But here, because we're both in black and blue, he's got a 5, he wins momentum. I have an 8, but we're going to do what's called an exchange. That's where he's going to go, resolve his 5 card. I will then resolve my 8 card, and we will keep going. So, you first, sir. So 5 moves are 5 spaces like a bishop would be in chess, and you move as far as you can all the way across. I have an 8, which is a combo move, so I can either do any 2 moves that exactly equal 8, so a 3 and a 5, or a 4 and a 4. In this case, I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to do that. And 3 moves are always like a knight in chess. 3 spaces that are in an L. So either up 2 over 1 or up 1 over 2. And now we have that 5 move, which is that angle move, 5 spaces. Additionally, 5 moves can also be used to whip someone into the turnbuckle if you're lined up. I'm not right now, so I'm just going to 1, 2, 3 and climb the turnbuckle. Now, since we just both did that card, immediately we draw up to 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for me. My opponent draws up to 7, and now it goes back to him because we're in that exchange where he gets to resolve his next card.
Okay, I can play a card on top of this. I discard 1.
Yep. So one of the things he's doing, anytime you're in the middle of a combo, and that's what we're doing. We're comboing here because he's going to play another card that is in a run behind this card in a series. You can discard to move, stand up as many times as you want, do all those little things in between cards. So he's discarding to, I assume, move a space?
Move a space.
Right.
And we're going to play that. So
he plays a 6, which is a slam. Now, a few little things about the card here, just since it's the first time that we're doing this. If you look at the card, slam tells you how it's resolved, and a slam means that you pick a player up, a wrestler up, and slam them in any space that's adjacent to you, and that means all 8 squares around you. The number is actually the amount of damage that it's going to do, and the number of exclamation marks behind the move is how much excitement it generates if you actually damage your opponent. So my opponent plays a 6, but in this particular case, I'm actually going to reverse the move. And so anytime your opponent plays a card, you can play a reverse before they actually resolve it. In this place, I'm playing a red card, which will allow me to do an aerial if he doesn't also have a reverse. Now, the first thing you do with a reverse, before you even accomplish the move, is you do your 3 excite tokens. So I'm going to put 2 over here, finish filling up that row, 1 over here. And, sir, do you have a reverse card to reverse my reverse?
Nothing I'm going to play at this moment.
Okay, so he probably doesn't. So at this point, I'm going to do my aerial. So an aerial means I can jump anywhere to this half of the board to any open spot, attack the player next to it. So yeah, so they're going to take damage equal to 6. They're also going to be staggered, stunned, and knocked down. Stun, we'll put the stun token on them. Knockdown is self-explanatory knockdown. A stagger move means that they're actually moved, that 3 move, that knight move, 3 spaces away from their current location before they're knocked down. So I'm going to jump here, hit him. I'm knocked down. He's going to be staggered, 3, knocked down, stunned. And he's going to take 6 damage on his World of Wrestling Super Slam controller, completely wireless, by the way.
Super Slam controller, completely wireless.
And you'll notice as you start to take damage, right now we're in the green, but as you keep going down, eventually you will be in the yellow, the orange, and the red. Once you're in the orange or the red, your opponent can do their finisher or attempt to pin. Also, since I did this reverse and stole momentum, his combo is automatically dropped. This becomes a 6 right now, and I can keep moving from there if I want to. I do want to, so I'm going to discard to stand up, discard to move, discard to move again. Now, this is a 6. I would have to play a 7 to continue my combo, but I don't have a 7 card in my hand right now. But these crowd meter tokens, if I pull from the 7 section over here, I can use that to fill in the number. I could do that with multiple ones if I needed to. And now I'm going to play an 8. which is also an aerial. So I'm going to jump, hit him for 8 damage. It's another 3 excite. Replace one here. Take that 8 damage, sir. Please, please.
8.
He's also stunned.
Ugh. Oh, that's painful.
Two things. Well, 3 things, actually. 1, when your opponent's knocked down, not only are they knocked down and does that change the way that, certain things work in the game, but the most importantly is it now allows you to combo down. Before we were just, like now we're comboing up. I have a 6, 7, 8. Once my opponent is knocked down, I can actually go back down 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stunned, when they have a stun status, you can play across, meaning you could play the same number one after number. So I could go 1, 2, 3, then play 4, 4, 4, 4. Keep going. Also, a combo can never be more than 7 cards. So once you reach 7, the combo's over. You retain momentum, but you have to keep going. Also, anytime that you stagger someone, you can either stow a card or draw a card. In this case, he was knocked down. You can't stagger someone who's already knocked down, but I can stagger myself if I want to in that case to stow a card. I'm going to do that. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to stow another card. I've got 3 stowed. You can't see it over there, but I've got 3 stowed. And I'm going to let my combo drop. And I'm going to lead. So, black and blue beats red. So I win momentum. It's a 5. I'm knocked down, so I can't do that move. And I can't stand up to do that move because it's already occurred in my timeline. It's also the last card out of my hand, so we both drop to 7. I'm sure a lot of you at home are wondering, why isn't my opponent playing? Well, and this is really what he does best right here. Getting beat up, and it's one of my favorite things about him.
Oh, you should have seen my hand before you started.
All right, so we have this 5 here. And just for fun, I'm going to... now, I can't discard to do a bunch of things to play another card unless I have another card to play. I would have to let my combo drop and then start doing that, but I do have another card I can play. So I'm going to drop this, discard to stand up, discard to move a space, and then, because he's knocked down, I can combo down, so I'm going to play a 4. And your 1, 2, 3, 4 cards, it would do 4 damage. It's a strike. It's going to do a single excite, but you can also knock yourself down to do an extra 2 points of damage to them. So I can turn that into 6 damage. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to drop. That does 6 damage in total. He's in the yellow right now, so I still can't attempt a finisher or a pin, but we're close. He's at 20. He's in the danger zone.
I got you just where I want you.
I'm going to let that combo drop. I'm then going to discard to stand up. I'm going to discard to stand him up. And I'm going to leave. And you're probably asking yourself, why would you stand your opponent up when you've got him knocked down? Well, certain moves, like if I wanted to whip him into the turnbuckle or off the ropes, he would have to be standing up at the time I play the card. Also, any yellow card that you play, slams, suplexes, throws, any of those cards, they have to be standing up. You both have to be standing up for those to happen. Let's see what we have here. Wow. So, in this case, we both play the same, counter here. We both play slam cards, but my opponent has a lower number, so he wins momentum and gets to go first, and we're going to be in that exchange that we talked about earlier where we now alternate taking turns. Also, though, before he does anything else, because he won momentum, he has 2 stun tokens on him. He has to discard 2 cards to get rid of those stuns. So he does that, gets rid of the stuns. Now he can do the suplex. All right. So the suplex, you pick up a wrestler in an adjacent space who's standing up. They're then going to be thrown And anytime you hear the term throw in this, throw is a 3 move away from where you're at. So it would be that knight move again. So either up 2 over 1 or up 1 over 2 or up 2 over 1. Any of those moves around, and we're both going to be knocked down. So he drops me. Also, that's a single excite for him, and he does 4 damage. So it puts me at 36. Because I'm knocked down, it is my turn, but I can't really do anything with this card, and I can't do anything to stand up because I can't do it in between until it's my turn again. So my opponent gets to keep going with his combo. And he's going to let it drop, so he doesn't have a 5 to play, and he doesn't have the things over here, the crowd meter tokens, to fill in the gap. I could go down with a card, but I'm not going to.
Not going to.
All right, so my opponent has momentum. Neither one of us are in a combo. He's got control.
All right. All right, I will Oh, you're there. All right. Discard 2. I'm used to that being over there. Discard to stand up. Yeah, I'll have to do it that way. Discard to move 1. I'm going to discard to stand you up. Then I'm going to lead.
All right, so he's leading with his last card. That means he doesn't lose momentum because he's playing it into a lead or into a combo. I have a card that I can't lead with. So cards that you can't lead with. You can't lead with a reverse, a signature, or a finisher. So you can't lead with any of those cards. So in this case, I've got a reverse. I can't lead with it. So it goes away. I draw up to 7 cards.
I don't yet, do I?
Actually, you do, but
this is
your
already
card
set.
is locked in.
Now, so this card, my hand is now up to 7. This is going to be...
Correct, because it's a lead.
It's a played card.
Yep. So I have to pick.
Oh, now you have options.
All right.
I don't know. Am I deceiving? Am I honest? Who knows? Nope.
All right. So
Same thing.
and I'm sure if you want to know, you've already figured this out. But because black and blue, as far as counters go, occupy the same space, there's double of those that there are of the other suits. So if you're going to think counters and play, your yellow is probably your smart play, right? Sure. But if yellow is always your smart play, then really red is your smart play. So, and if red is your smart play, then blue, but play your lowest blue. In this case, I took a chance. I thought he might be bluffing me and going with the strike, but he didn't. So I lucked out. And I have momentum, and we're in that exchange again because we're in the same color group. So I'm going to pick him up. So power slam, pick up on a wrestler in an adjacent space. I can slam him in any space that's adjacent to me, and I'm also going to be knocked down. So we pick it up, and boom. Slam right there. 5 damage. That's 2 excite. And remember, the excitement generated by the move when you perform it is the number of exclamation marks that are behind it. That's always the damage. Now it's my opponent's turn. He can't do the 8. So that's done. 5. I'm going to discard to stand up. I'm going to discard. Yep. I'm going to discard to stand you up. Then I'm going to play the 6. So the 6 is a move card, but it's a combo move. So everything above a 5, I can do any 2 moves that exactly equal a 6 move. So 1 and a 5, a 2 and a 4, or a 3 and a 3. In this case, I'm going to use that 5 move we talked about earlier to whip him into the turnbuckle because he's lined up with it nicely. So I whip him there for 5 damage, and I get to apply an effect. And it's any of the 1 effects that we talked about earlier. Either a stagger, knockdown, or stun. I'm going to go ahead and do a... Actually, I'm going to stagger him. 1, 2, 3, and because of that stagger, I can stow a card.
Ooh.
And that puts me at my maximum stows, 4 that I can put in reserve. So I'm done with that. And then I also have a 1. Now, when you're moving, something we didn't talk about before, if your movement would take you into a wrestler's space, you can move into that space, and you can actually keep doing you have to do your entire move if you choose to move into it, but it only does 1 damage. In this case, it's only a 1 space, but I will still do 1 and do 1 damage. Now it's my opponent's turn.
Our opponent's in the red.
Wow.
All right. Well, this I couldn't do. I have no 9.
Right.
Go figure. So this goes away.
All right. I'm actually going to... You have 9 health left?
Yeah. An insurmountable number.
I'm going to actually use this 7 here to play this 8. I'm going to
You throw me to the turnbuckle again.
whip into the turnbuckle again.
Oh,
so we're going to do 5 damage there.
Okay.
I'm going to stun you with that. And then with the 3 move I left over, I'm going to move 1, 2. I can't move through him here, so we're just going to stop on that move. And yeah, then I'm going to let
that drop.
that combo drop.
All right.
And then I have 1 card left, so I'm going to lead with that card.
Oh, this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. Rock, paper, scissors.
Run, punch, slam. Rock, paper,
Run, punch,
scissors.
slam.
What do you do? All right, so black and blue beat red. He has momentum. And because that was my last card, we now both drop a 7.
Nothing for that. So I have to, I just got momentum, so I have to discard to remove stun, correct?
Correct. First thing you have to do.
All right. Discard to remove stun.
So stun is gone. And he still has his 1 move that he hasn't done yet.
Yep. We do not. We're going to move through you.
All right, so 1
point
damage
of
there.
damage.
Takes me down to 35.
I know. Ha! I got you right where I need you.
Interesting.
Interesting. Right. We'll do a power slam.
All right, so that's 2 more damage.
All right.
1 excite. So I'm going to be picked up. Well, you should really let people see the full
the
move.
full?
You know, yeah, you pick me up and then slam. I mean,
I was watching the
come on.
graphic there. Either way, crunch 2. Look at that. And that's
Did
1.
you get yourself a single excite? Yeah, yeah.
I
don't
get a
forget your
single excite. All right, we'll take that one.
Oh, also, you know, in case you guys haven't noticed, all the cards are done like the inside of a classic game manual here. So, you know, little NES style throwback. My opponent still has momentum. He let his combo drop. So that's the other thing. If you get to the point where either you don't have another card you can play or it's not advantageous to you, you can let your combo drop. He has momentum, so now he can discard to stand up. He can excite the crowd. He can discard to stand me up once he's standing. All those things. Or he can lead.
Stand up. And then I'm going to play this. We're having a good time. Oh!
All right, so we both played red. Mine's lower, so I gain momentum. I can't strike when I'm knocked down, though, so I don't get to do anything. Now it's his turn.
Okay. I can strike you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to drop for the extra point, so it's just 4.
So he's going to hit me for 4. He's got me in the yellow now. I'm down to 29, and that's a single excite.
Excellent.
So, boom. Nice hit.
Nice hit, man. We're coming back.
Right. I am now going to discard to stand up. I'm going to hit you for 2.
Oh, that's painful.
And a single excite.
Yeah. Well, I'm throwing you into the turnbuckle. How does that feel?
Actually, before you do that.
Uh-oh.
Signature reverse green miss.
That's
so
right.
here's a great thing about signatures and finishers. You can't reverse a signature or finisher. So the fact that I have a signature that's a reverse, super powerful, and signatures and finishers for the most part, except for submissions, actually are wild. So they do the amount of damage in the combo that they're in, or in this case, what I'm reversing. So I immediately do 5 damage. Opponent takes card damage, is staggered, and has 3 stun tokens placed on them. So, and it's my signature, so it does a triple excite. Whoops.
Triple excite.
Oh. So, triple excite. It knocked him down to 0, which means he's got another stun token placed on him. He's staggered 1, 2, 3 over here. I'm not going to steal a card or draw a card because I don't have to.
Fine.
Now, here's a yeah, that is gone now.
So that's gone.
This is a 5 as far as value go. One other thing, when a player is reduced to 0, game isn't over at that point, unless it's via a submission or a finisher. Now, if I don't put him away now and don't pin him or don't do a finisher on him to take him out, he would actually get to draw a card when he gains momentum to see how much health he gains back, and then we keep playing. So other than the additional little stun that he got placed on him, we just keep playing. But after that 5, I'm actually going to play my finisher.
Oh, I can't believe you're going to do that.
The roundhouse kick strike. Opponent is knocked down.
I had him. He was there.
Knocked down. He's done. And because of that, I get the free pin. We're going to take it in. 1, 2, 3.
You should have seen my hand when
And
we started.
and that's the match. I mean, he did get me in the yellow, so I mean, it's not, like he didn't achieve something, I guess. But yeah, so excellent match. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll have a plenty more where that came from. Just stay tuned to the channel, and have a great evening.